Live from Bowling Green State University, this is Wood County's only live local news source. This is BG24 News at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Bridget Tharp. We begin with an armed attack at a Bowling Green hotel. According to police, 3 suspects walked into...
Gives the outlet to Kobe, and he must have the flu because this dunk is absolutely sick.
And we'll turn to weathercaster Ashley Taylor, who's now in with a look of her first forecast. Ashley.
Wind warning in effect starting at 7 o'clock this evening up until Friday at...
But psychologists say that they recommend cognitive behavior therapy.
Reporter David Murata has more.
Now, BG24 News First Watch Weather.
Welcome back.
Turning to Mission Iraq tonight, 4 American soldiers were killed by a roadside bomb. The U.S. Embassy reports that 3 of the men were killed instantaneously. The 4th man died after being taken to a military hospital. Officials identified the men as...
Doctors say McCloy has recovered beyond...
And Chief Weather Forecaster Katie Warshall now joins us now in the First Watch Weather Center with a look at the forecast. Katie?
Surface map, and we'll show you just where that front is. There it is, right? Well, that's off to the east. We don't really need to worry about that, but this is the front where...
Judge James Kerr disagreed and said the motives behind the display are great. A Sausalito nursing home.
Thanks a lot. Coming up ahead in sports, an unbeaten conference season for one Falcon team. Plus, there's no crying in baseball, but there is cross-dressing. Chill on that for a couple minutes. We'll be right back.
And will this warm weather stick around for the weekend? Stick around and find out.
That's right, it was beautiful. So here is Ashley Moran with your forecast.
I'm forecaster Ashley Moran. Let's take a look at the current temperatures outside right now.
Now, Ophelia has been hovering between a tropical storm.
And they should watch, shades of Major League right there with a little wah, 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 wah.
Taking a look now at our Doppler radar, we have the Cleveland area.
Welcome back to BG24 News. I'm Randy Wembley, here with the latest for your local sports.
And with all those floats, bands, and dancers filling the streets, motorists will find it hard to navigate.
Check it out. President Bush acknowledged the problem of
the Falcons playing on the blue turf, the blue Smurf turf.
An Army dog handler is behind bars for...
Plan to visit the city of Biloxi, Mississippi over fall break to drop off the supplies. All donations will be given to the Biloxi Public School District.
Matt Van Wormer joins us now with a preview of what's coming up in BG24 Sports.
You can see the system looks a whole lot prettier now since it's in different colors. There's a little bit of clouds over Michigan. Nothing much happening over Ohio. That's why we're talking about other parts of the country, because it's boring in Ohio.
Hurricane Rita, it's weakening a little bit, which is really good.
Right.
But I mean, as bad as it's going to be, I always personally like kind of seeing it on the radar screen. I mean, it just looks so massive.
Right.
It's just really impressive.
Right.
So.
Not to get cold, some doctors suggest getting flu shot and drink lots of water.
Getting lost in their RV are in trouble with the law. Albert and Becky Higginbotham received national media attention.
The news is the store's closing has many people concerned.
Well, sportscaster Robert Liu is going to be up next with your BG24 Sports.
So, the visible satellite is going to show us today that, there's the visible satellite, sorry about that.
But 7 bars and 1 organization are exempt for now, all after filing a lawsuit.
The cold temperatures even hit the Windy City, but people weren't alone in looking for a warm place to be. Birds found a city park where there was fire, where they could get warm. Wind chill temperatures were below 0.
Special needs children sleeping in cages is still underway. A Northern Ohio prosecutor will meet with law enforcement officials on
And that's going to do it for sports.
Thanks a lot, Andy. And coming up next, a pop princess gives birth to a long-awaited child.
Cooper Smith replaces Denny Strawa, who led the agency for 15 years.
If you would like to help out, you can call the Red Cross at the number at the bottom of your screen. It's 1-800-VOLUNTEER.
If you're feeling the pinch at the pump, there may be some relief in sight.
We'll tell you how most Americans scored. Coming up.
Well, who's going to the Hall of Fame? And do the 72 Dolphins get to pop champagne? And where will the Indians start the 2006 campaign? After this break, I'll explain.
All right, a little bit later, we're going to
Get through the rain forecast. We'll see some better sky, some better conditions, and of course, plenty of sunshine, which we're all hoping for, so that we can put away those sweatshirts before Halloween gets here.
Katie?
Hello, everyone. I'm weather forecaster Katie Wurchel with your first look weather. Right now, the temperature is 81, and we're looking at partly cloudy skies.
The U.S. Department of Health.
Thank you for watching. For weathercaster Teresa Longhorn, weathercaster Teresa Lawrence has today. Chief Weathercaster Teresa Lunhofer joins us now live in the First Watch Weather Center. Look at the forecast. Teresa.
Specialist of the week after placing first on the balance beam against Central Michigan.
President Bush defending his program is pretty clear. We have a little rain and snow in Florida here. But
Yeah, hopefully it turns out nice for the weekend for trick-or-treating.
Yeah, hopefully. That'd be great. I just always remember when I go trick-or-treat, when I used to go trick-or-treating, I hated when it was so cold and rainy and wet.
Yeah.
It was bad.
And our very own Nate Sickle will have a preview of that game tomorrow night right here on Cable Channel 6.
Well, guys, thanks for giving me the memo. You guys all wore pink today, and I appreciate it. Make sure to do that again next time.
Yeah, we try to keep you involved, Nate.
Appreciate that.
The current surface map is showing us that there is a cold front coming through. It will be hitting us shortly, and the next few days, as we will see when we get to the 5-day forecast. I don't know what I'm supposed to say here. The Doppler radar.
Top 9 now, same score. Ladies love Grady Sizemore, and he loves the long ball. Solo shot to right, his 21st on the year.
Well, thanks, Matt.
No problem.
And Ashley Moran is back with a... We'll be right back. Thanks.
And it will be a partly cloudy day on Tuesday with temperatures in the mid-50s. And that's a complete look at your forecast. And we're back live now, as you can see. A very sunny day here in Bowling Green. We had quite a crowd here a little while ago. Hey, how you doing? It's live television. But unfortunately, they've seemed to have gone away. But everybody's doing their thing out here. And if you got time tonight, do your thing, too. Back to you in the studio.
And many BG students can't wait to get it started.
Nutritional facts about McDonald's French fries have been released. Stay tuned.
Now it's raining, so there really isn't a whole lot of precipitation on the ground to speak of. So that's pretty much all there is to say about rain.
and as part of their efforts to break the will of the American people.
Now, also President Bush there speaking about that warning in the violence in Iraq before next month's election in Iraq. And we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back right after this.
Mr. Bufundo, the meeting.
Attorneys are expected to present closing arguments today in the first phase of the Zacchaeus Mueza penalty trial.
And still ahead, what will the weather be like for this weekend?
Katie will be back with your full forecast. Stay with us.
Expect the sunrise at 7:51 a.m. Moving along to our 5-day forecast.
BGSU students received word yesterday of an update to the university health insurance program.
Well, great. Thank you. Apple, the maker of the iPod, has created its newest gadget, the Video iPod. The iPod has a 2.5-inch screen, and it can store up to 150 hours of video. The new item will hit stores soon and cost between $300 and $400. And next, we have Andy Young with a preview of what's next in BG24 sports.
All right, thanks. Coming up, the BG football team goes to the birthplace of the Buffalo Wing this weekend.
Well, Robert, from my understanding, today is a very special day for all the television weathercasters.
Yes, it is National Weather Person Day. I didn't even realize it was it until I got a card in the mail this morning. I want to thank whoever sent that in, by the way.
Reporting for BG24, I'm Matt Franco.
Men's and women's cross country was in action on Saturday for the.
I was there to talk to the students as participated in this experiment.
During his address to the nation today, after taking criticism from Democrats and Republicans, Bush stood his ground and had no doubt in his mind that wiretaps are legal. Bush was tight-lipped on operations of this program, saying it would help the enemy if people found out.
Well, if you thought Garfield was a fat feline, look out for Sam.
Sam the cat weighs 45 pounds and is thought to be the world's largest house cat.
Find out 100 ways to know more, do more.
It's not sports. Actually, Katie Wurzel's in with the last look at the weather. Katie.
The Falcons have the usual weekend schedule, a 3 o'clock start on Friday and 1 o'clock starts on Saturday and Sunday.
Our temperature will be 38 degrees, with temperatures all week varying in the mid-30s. And there should be some snow, perhaps on Friday.
Oh, look at that sound.
And our barometer is holding steady at 30.30 inches. Coming up later, I will tell you all about what's going on for the rest of the week and in other parts of the country. Back to you.
But the problem of cost is not going to stop any of the planning.
An attorney who specialized in racial discrimination spoke at BGSU on Tuesday. Mark Finnegan, who successfully talked about a case of racial profiling.
And welcome back, everyone. Well, we started out chilly this morning. A lot of cloud cover in the area and temperatures in the low 30s. And, well, it turns out that the sun came out early in the afternoon. And, hey, I've reappeared. A little bit of weather magic for you. I didn't even know I could do that, frankly.
And health government officials around.
On Friday night, and Kenny Barron will perform the Kenny Barron Quarters at 8. Tickets for Friday's concert.
Katie?
Thanks, Erica.
Towards me. Well, we may have lost the battle, but
Perrysburg is one step closer to having a new Walmart supercenter.
Proposed project is $8 billion.
Airfares for the peak Thanksgiving travel days are up 15% from last year.
Let us know if we'll have sunny skies this weekend. The news is next.
From Office World in Perrysburg, they're here at the ballroom at the Student Union for the Technology Fair, where students can learn a lot more about
computers. The sun is shining. Saturday and Sunday, the clouds will start to move in as the high pressure zone moves out of our